Þormesson. Valbert skorar. Valbert Gunnarsson hefur skorað. Ragnar Bergesen er skotað mark. Glæsilega gert. Óskar Rafn á móti Bjarna. Og Bjarni með góða sendingu fyrir og það aftur Ingólfsson.
Welcome back.
Best
ever. Welcome back to the first proper episode of the best of pod. Now I get to say it, the best of pod ever. Last week was the pre. Hello, and right now it's the app. No, not the after party. The party. The next. How many games are the party? The next 20 something. How many rounds are there?
27 with the split.
27.
Right. Yeah, because I was trying to remember the split as well.
Yeah, I'll buy it. The 27 games of party, and then maybe there'll be an after party. Let's dive right in. Last week, I don't think we did much in the way of predicting sort of live, hashtag live and on the air, how things would go. But I do know that our very own Jamie threw together something of a set of predictions. Did he not?
He attempted to, that's for sure.
Are you going to come off as an intelligent footballing sort of guru, a wise man who knows how things may or may not go?
I'm certainly going to come off less intelligent as I did when I did my predictions last season, because they went fairly well. This week. Not so much.
All right, well, let's have it. Vikingur Breiðablik, what did you have down?
I predicted a 2-1 Vikingur win.
Very good. 1-1 it was. I don't think we can give you any points. You're not going to get a point for getting Breiðablik's one goal correct. No, sir. EPVAF FH, what did you say?
I predicted a 2-2 draw.
Ooh, 1-1 draw. That's pretty good. You get how many points for a correct result?
I reckon 2 points correct result, 5 points correct score.
Not bad. Okay. So that's 2 points so far. Kawa Stjarnan, what did you say?
I said 1-1.
Ooh, 2-3. KR Keflavik, what did you say?
I said 2-0 to KR.
Oh, excellent. Good job. I would have had you down to like put Keflavik to win just because you're a naughty little boy.
It was tempting.
Valur Thor, what did you say?
I had 1-0 Valur.
Ah, come on. You have to stand on business. If you're going to predict Valur, such a terrible league position, you gotta stand on business.
I just had no faith in the teams from the north, clearly.
Clearly. I mean, we did put Thor in last place, so I guess you were, you can just be justified a little bit in this. From Ia, what did you say?
I said 2-1 to Ia.
Disappointing. 3-3 it was. So that's 4 points for you. Grand
Not
total.
even a respectable start.
No. So, the score to beat is 4. It's good. We don't want to start too big because then we'll never match you for the rest of the season. This is good. We'll gradually work our way up.
Exactly. If I'd have started this week with like 15 points, no one would have wanted to play. So,
no, absolutely. We'll decide, I guess, at the end of the episode who's up next. But I guess we should dive in. What's the most fun way to do? Let's just do it in this ish sort of order. Vikingur Breiðablik 1-1. I mean, I guess unexpected, seeing as you thought Vikingur would win. I don't know. Did you feel that Breiðablik were kind of trying to grind out a draw? Weirdly enough.
I mean, it seemed like it, but if they hadn't have gifted the equalizer, they'd have grinded out a bit more than that, I think.
So I thought the first goal, Breiðablik's goal, was dreadful defending from whoever that Vikingur centre back is. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Just like, it's ridiculous. He, like, the ball's coming across the face of goal, and you have an opportunity to get a foot to it, and he just sort of leaves it. He's like, nah, surely one of my mates is gonna be there, like in the fucking 6-yard box. Just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he seems completely unaware that Christopher Ingy is ghosting him behind him.
Even so, like, you can't take this sort of chance. No way. Not on my watch.
Yeah, they started pretty spunky, but then we're pretty happy to sit back and defend with a 5-back. Yeah, I mean they got the point away at being good. It's not that bad.
Is that a consequence, do we think, of having such a big game on paper as the first game of the season? Like, no one wants to lose the first game of the season, whereas if this was like week 5, week 6, maybe go for it a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe the sort of Champions League final effect. You really don't want to lose.
Like, I get the logic of it, like attract a big crowd to see the champions against the biggest rivals, theoretically. I mean, it was a sellout in the end, so it clearly worked on that front, but maybe doesn't encourage the best of games if that's your first entry into the season.
No, I definitely don't want to get trounced, which I think, like, if, I don't know, maybe I'm being unfair to Bestadeildin, but I feel like if they went toe-to-toe with Viking right now, they might have done. But maybe that's just a result of them being quite negative or defensive, that Viking could have much of the ball. But yeah. And then I was going to praise Antonari. I thought he had a pretty good first half. But he always has that in him, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you do find yourself in these positions sometimes, but I don't know. This is pretty bad. And he's unlucky that it falls to like the single worst player in the league to sort of receive that ball. But brother.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to like miss-hit a clearance to any player in the entire league, you couldn't have picked a worse player.
No.
Yeah. If you come that far out and like there's a lot of people around you, you just play it safe. You don't try to. Yeah, I don't know. Not the greatest. He's a great on the line goalkeeper, but as soon as he goes off that line, things magic happens.
I'll give him some credit. It's a great first touch.
Yeah, but then, a weird position to find yourself in, though. Like, I don't know, when keepers come out of the box like this, you kind of expect it to be into an empty part of the pitch, because they're the only one there, not into sort of run into a crowd to get involved. I don't know, it's a bit weird.
I think, yeah, absolutely. But then there's also the why play it down the center of the pitch and not just try and smack some Vikinga fan in the face.
Yeah, amen. Overall, just a dreadful set of choices by the man, but
yeah. But there was a better goalkeeping performance in the next game, which you want to highlight, I think.
Absolutely. So then the next game of the weekend was EBVAF FH, which, as we mentioned, has finished 1-1. And I want to highlight Zapatowski, the EBVAF goalkeeper in this, for his incredible penalty save. I was reading earlier that someone's compared it to Van der Sar in the 2008 Champions League final.
Very good.
So getting high accolades there. But I mean, there's no debate from me that it was a penalty, but it's an incredible save, and I think he was a bit unfortunate with the equaliser. I've sort of highlighted a word of the round for all 6 games as being messy defensively.
Yeah,
and that sums up EBVAF in the equaliser. I think, I don't know if it's an underhit back pass, an overhit pass to your centre back, mate. Something's happened there.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah, it was a fantastic save, and the way he like pointed to the corner twice, I think, the corner he was going to dive to. It's a classic shithousery.
You'd love to see it.
And of course, was our goalkeeper in our best of pod team of the season last year and started strong. Just claim that spot this year.
Yeah, and I mean a good start for EBVAF. I mean we only predicted them 10th, which doesn't seem like we have confidence in them, but I don't know. I think they're going to be fine. There were like these odds that were published before from, I'm not going to name the site, but like the first manager to go like before the games were even played. So the first manager to be sacked, and Alexander Linta, that EPF manager, was the favorite to be fired. Like, almost nothing about this man, not apart from that, he used to play in Iceland, and then he's been coaching in Serbia, and taking over a pretty difficult job, and then you're just predicting that, oh yeah, he's probably going to be fired. Like,
it's the easy choice, isn't it? The guy who came in after a long search with speculation over what was happening in Vestmannaeyja. Just makes it the quick and easy choice for them to throw short odds on.
Oscar is the second. What's the opposite of favorite?
Outsider.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, is this 25-1 odds? That's the first one. It's a tidy little bet you could put on. Like, what if Coward starts terribly? I don't know. I'm just saying. 4-1 odds on Alexander Linta. Like, that's not a. Yeah, it's harsh.
15-1 on Joakim at FO. Like, not that I think he should be fired, and they clearly have faith in him, but I mean, there's a lot of talk around him, like all postseason, and then 15-1. Yeah, but yeah, the point was more, Alexander. Hopefully, we'll prove people wrong, because it's fun to have a decent EBF team in this league.
Move on. I don't know if there's much more to say.
No, I mean, FO is, I think we have to wait a few weeks to make any judgments on FO. We don't really know what this team is in yet. But yeah, Captain Kaude being the main man in their team, not surprising.
What did you say again you had for Kauer Stjarnan? Did you predict Stjarnan the winner?
I nearly did. I had 2-1 written down and then scribbled out the 2 for Stjarnan and made it 1-1 instead. So kicking myself there.
Yeah, very good. I'm trying to think back on this game. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, of course. This is the Emil Atla masterclass of striking play. Really good looking striker in this game. Like, the positioning was so good. For basically all the goals, even the goal he didn't score, the positioning was excellent. And just, honestly, incredibly impressive striking performance. It would be nice if he was, I don't know, not sort of towards the tail end of his career. And I don't know, 32, right?
Yeah, 32, 33. Yeah,
I don't know. With like, if the positioning can be that good, then I think you can sort of drag out a striking career a little bit longer, maybe especially in this league. Like, none of it really was dependent on sort of explosive pace or anything. I mean, the first goal was just like excellently riding the offside line, getting the ball and slotting it home. The second goal was sort of, he was involved in the build-up play, and he probably should have gotten the pass back after he sort of laid it off to the side. He was perfectly placed to score, but didn't. And then the third goal,
a hospital pass straight into his.
Yeah, but that was good though. That's the thing. It looks like terrible defending, and it is you said word of the round. It's sloppy defending.
Messy
Defending. Sorry, is the single word of the round. But he, like, that positioning is excellent in order to pick that up. Like, other strikers wouldn't have scored that goal necessarily, I don't think. Yeah,
and it's fun to see after he sort of had an injury-plagued season last year and didn't really hit the ground running at any point, and out the team when he was fit, and spent a lot of time out of it. So I certainly wouldn't want to see, if I was playing against Stjarnan and the ball dropped to him in the box. He's that sort of striker that just needs one glimpse of goal. And
I mean, if he's going to be playing like this for the season, then maybe our predicting Stjarnan third place wasn't so crazy.
No, and the fact that both Örvar scored and then Bitnir assisted that goal, and like they were, it seemed, at least in this game, seemed to be clicking pretty well with his teammates. That's not a good sign for other teams. So I think. But I mean, on the other end, Kaua at least pretended to show up compared to other seasons. So that also speaks to us predicting them top half, because I mean, last 2 seasons they would have lost this game 6-0 or something. So they scored 2 goals.
Well,
at least
they scored 3.
That's so brutal. They did score 3 is the thing. I don't know. It is I guess it's understandable in the sort of, at full speed and everything. There's 3 different players moving in 2 different directions, right? There's the Kawa player moving towards goal, and then there's both there's a Stjarnan player moving, the defender's moving away from goal or towards goal, and the keeper's moving away from goal, and the defender's moving towards goal. And it's sort of this little soup of players, but he's clearly not offside. And it's difficult to envision a world where you're sort of doing your job and giving the benefit of the doubt to the attacker, and you still call this offside. It's a little bit tricksy.
Yeah, and I didn't think we'd be having this again so soon into the season, but maybe that was naivety on my part.
Oh, you should know better by now.
I mean, I think, and I mean, when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, but the goalkeeper is out. So like, I think he just saw the goalkeeper moving further than he thought he was. But yeah, so I don't think it's not like the world's worst decision, but yeah, it's wrong.
VAR in Besta?
I'm strongly in favor now.
No, we can't move to. Do we segue? We're going to skip the line. I'm sorry, boys. We are going to skip the line because of the delicious refereeing segue. Red card at the end there. How do we feel about it? So Framia with 3-3 ended, and then the red card at the end is a second yellow for a dive.
It's certainly a second yellow. Well, it's not a second yellow, but it was given as one. It's one of the strangest second yellows I think I've seen in a long time. It's not a dive, but it's not a foul. I don't really know how you categorize that one.
I think I think this would have been given as a second yellow in VAR because it looked worse, slow motion. I don't know, that's how I felt. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's to give that as a second yellow is ballsy. But I feel like referees do this sometimes. First game of the season, they try to set the tone. So yeah, I think in 5-6 weeks time, that's not a second yellow, which is unfortunate for Jakob.
It's this shitty sort of New Year's resolution / I'm a bad parent trying to put my foot down type thing that referees always do at the start of seasons in like every league. Yeah, where they're like, look at how I'm going to be for the rest of the season. Like everyone knows you're not. You're just sort of making the first couple of games weird for everyone.
It's like the new version of adding 11 minutes on to the end of every half.
Yeah.
I loved that though.
But I think part of the debate around this one has come from the context of the game where just before that there was a questionable challenge of someone already on a yellow card for Ia, and whether they should have had a second for that. It's apparently took the man and the ball. But I think Runar, the Fram manager, described it as a tackle from the old days that he thought should have been a second yellow there.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a fun game, right? Both teams can be pretty happy with that. Yeah, happy that their new signing, Marcus Paul, scored 2. But I'm happy that we're not happy with conceding 3, but happy that they sort of bounced back. They could have easily turned ugly. Mm-hmm. So I think both teams will be upset on the day, possibly the next following day, but then, take it as, okay, for first week jitters, messy defending, like you said. Let's fix this.
One thing I want to point out from this game as well, big fan of celebrating against your former club.
Oh yeah, so that was the other proper football discussion I wanted to have. It's like Ljubicic scored 2 against Kowet and refused to celebrate. He wasn't there for that long, I don't think, unless he was, I don't know, I don't think he was there for that long.
Yeah, but there's certain teams you just, they just command respect. They just do.
And Kowet isn't one of them.
But yeah, Marcus was like, I mean, that first celebration of just like pulling up the like, it's fine to celebrate, but like very much pointing at the shirt and like making a gesture towards the shirt against his old team. That's bold.
That's good. I like it. Did he leave under sort of bad circumstances?
No, he went to Italy and then and then I don't know. Runar sort of came with a comment of like, oh, didn't even know he was leaving Italy. Otherwise, we would have talked to him. So I don't know.
Maybe he's just youthful and something. I don't know.
I don't think it's any scandal. It's just
we like it. We like this sort of thing. It's good.
We like it a lot.
We do like it a lot, actually.
Until it happens against us, and then don't like it.
Then
so
it's
much.
absolutely disrespectful and has no place in the game. And quite frankly, is probably a red card.
It should be, I think. Definitely a second yellow at least.
Yeah. I have to say, I do respect the hustle though of giving a second yellow for a dive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes refs like would look at that situation and genuinely think it's a dive and not have the balls to give the yellow card. So like, I do in a way have to applaud the balls to give the yellow card. Like, if this is what you think happened, then it's the correct decision and you stood on business. And like we know, I think you should stand on business.
I'd like to know if he would give the second yellow card if this happened in the 30th minute and not the 94th, though.
Yeah, this is another thing that I would also like to know, but we can never. Human psychology is a black box.
Schrodinger's yellow card.
Exactly. This is a genuine sort of peeve that I think many football fans share, is the sort of inconsistency in decision making depending on what the clock says. Like the refusal to give a yellow card in the first 5 minutes. I always find it good when a referee just no bullshit pulls out a yellow like in the first few seconds of a game. Fuck you. We already hinted at Coward Keflavik, so let's just go there. Coward beating Keflavik. I mean, everyone's got to enjoy that. That I'm not convinced that Coward's defensive woes are over.
I have written down exactly the same thing.
I mean, Oscar said after the game that he was happy that he was proud of this game because he said last year we would have lost this game. What did he say? 4-3 or something like that, which probably is true.
Hey, it's an improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know, like how I feel about this sort of self-awareness. You know, is it good or is it like, God damn it, man, you knew all along?
I mean, I think it's more the point. Like, is the character is improving and whatever. But it's defending. I think you pointed out as well when we were watching it that like Akoto's defending for both goals is not the greatest. His positioning.
No,
Stefan is.
I don't understand because. I think it's the first goal, right, where he's tracking him back towards goal. And from what my geometric knowledge tells me, the run toward like that he would have had to take to just cover him ball side is the same distance as the side he actually chooses, which is the one away from the ball. So where the position he actually ends up in is dreadful, where he has no influence on the game at all. He's just standing behind the man. The ball's coming from the other side. And the very best case scenario for what he could do as a defender there is not block the shot, get a penalty called because he's not in the way. He's not goal side of the man. He's not ball side of the man. He's just like the far side of the man. So yeah, he could do some weird acrobatic challenge maybe to block the shot, but realistically, the best he can do is like pull him down, which you see him sort of like grab at the man. I think it's dreadful positioning, but I think he's a good defender generally. So I don't know what this was.
I mean, that one just seems to come down to decision making in the moment, and clearly it wasn't 100% right there.
No, we would have done better, surely. But I mean, at least Coward still had the sort of goal scoring capacity. That's good, we think.
Yeah, I mean, what I liked maybe most about the two goals, or the first and the third goal, was the second man run. Like the first goal. Was Arnór Ingvi scoring his first goal for Coward back in Iceland, and sort of running off Eiður Gauti, which is something that's been missing a lot. Like usually someone is there, but like Eiður Gauti is amazing at winning that header or winning the first ball, and we need someone to pick up his deliveries, and that's what Arnór did really well in the first goal, and then for the third goal. Just having Alexander up there picking up the loose ball and in the penalty area after the first shot was blocked on the line. Like it's these sort of like defensive positioning was bad, but I thought attacking positioning for the goals at least was quite good. And then Stefan Gate was I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking, but unfortunately, no, I'm not gonna say it. He's gonna have a great season and he's not gonna get injured. This is not what has happened so many times, which is that he's gotten injured. He's done this and then gets injured for 5 months. That's not what's gonna happen now.
No,
he's gonna have a great season and he's never gonna get injured again.
Because Coward already have an injury problem.
Yeah.
And we famously don't jinx things on this podcast.
No, famously, this is true. But the Coward goalkeeper got injured in the most annoying of ways, just sort of clearing a ball, and then he tore a ligament in his knee and is out for 6 months.
Yeah, and it's very that seems like a jinx very much, because the whole discussion for the last 3 weeks has been about Coward's goalkeeping. That both first that Arnar is the first choice, and then about in the cup against Valur that we need to do 2 goalkeepers because occasionally our goalkeepers are going to get a red card because we like them to come claim sweeper keeper sort of stuff. So we always have Halldór warming up in case the other one gets a red card. And then first 10 minutes, first game of the season, he gets an injury and out for the season. So at least it was good that Halldór was ready.
Is this going to significantly destroy Coward's season? Or, I mean, I guess if they were already planning on a bunch of red cards, you just kind of got to avoid a couple of red cards and then it'll be fine. Still got your goalkeeping position covered. I don't know. Do you think they're going to pick up another?
If they're banking on all these red cards, I feel like they might have to.
Yeah, they've been linked to a few keepers. They've been linked to people who are starting for their clubs. How Kaufirkir and stuff. There's some names that are like the Lucas Pettersson and Hoffenheim. That's not going to happen. To be honest, the first name that I thought of was Matthias Rosenörn, because he doesn't have a club. That seems like a very easy signing, but I don't know if he's the right profile, but it's maybe the easiest signing to make. Oscar said that they're looking at the market because their third goalkeeper is a young guy. So I think they will probably bring in someone, whether it's to be first choice or experience to help out Dode. I don't know.
They'll bring in Baited again every time in past seasons where Coward have had goalkeeping where it's just, sign back up. He hates football, but god damn it, will he play for Coward?
Speaking of hating football.
Valur hate football, so they don't want to win it. They quite frankly would like to go down. Valur won Thode 2. Those goals were there wasn't so much, you weren't looking at Valur just being like, God, these were atrocious and you should have stopped this. They were fine. They were okay play from Thode and decent shots. It was fine. The Valur goal I thought was pretty good attacking play as well. It was managing to pick up that ball again in the box and slotting it home. I thought it was pretty good attacking play.
Reading into the winner, you can read into the winner and say that there were a lot of loose balls that Thode were much better at winning. The ball fell into no man's land at least twice, if not 3 times. And then the striker kind of just runs towards goal and nobody stops him. You have so many, Holmar was right there in front of him and just kept backing off. And nobody came to help him if that was his plan, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but
there is a half-hearted attempt at a weak challenge on the runner as he's going forward as well. That sort of, it's I'll make an attempt at defending before I keep backing off a little bit more. But I mean, I think it was Ingemar Artner that scored the goal, and it's a great shot from outside the box or right on the edge of the box, and great little bit of individual quality despite the backing off to carry the ball forward that far and take on his man.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot to do, so it's not to take anything away from him, but he started the play 10, 20 meters. I don't know. I have a hard time judging distances on the football pitch, but like he was only halfway through the, like, I don't know, or like just past the halfway line when he got the ball. He had a lot to do. There was a lot of time to stop him.
I mean, Herman, the Valor coach, didn't really seem to hate his team's performance.
No, said that we dominated the performance A to as they say in Icelandic, A to Z, A to Z. Yeah, I don't know. We talked a little bit about it in the preview show that it's the noise coming from Valor is it's a lot of excuses. There was a talk on the TV after the games that, all the stuff coming from Valor is just, like, oh, it's hard, and we had a lot of injuries, and people aren't properly fit because they haven't been able to train. And then Bjarni Guðjóns, the old coward legend, said, this is like the longest preseason in the world. How are you not fit? Like, or not even like, how are you not fit, but like, how do you not plan for this? Like, if everyone's injured, you figure something else out. Like, you have a long time to figure this out. I'm sure we're being unfair on Valor in some way, but it's nothing is, there's no positive things coming out of there. There's nothing like, oh, look at that.
It is strange that we're only one game, well, I suppose two if you count the cup, into the season, and there's so much like doubt and uncertainty about Herman already. Like, it feels a bit like a poison chalice, but not that I know anything about word coming out of Valor or anything, but if I was a Valor fan and you've just lost the first game of the season 2-1 to a newly promoted side, the last thing I'd want to hear is we dominated the game.
Yeah, I've always hated that as a fan. Like, when your manager comes out after a game that, like, and just lies to your face like this. It's either just like, it's either just feel condescending or just like they're completely incompetent. It just really gives you a terrible feeling as a fan to have to sit through this. I feel like negativity around Valor is something that has been the only thing we've discussed for like 2 full seasons now.
Yeah.
So all it needed was like a true downturn in form, which maybe we're seeing now. I don't know. Last season, all we talked about was how dreadful their season was, despite the fact that they were always playing close to the top. It was destined for this. Like, it's been so negative that any downturn, it's just going to be dreadful. They don't seem to have the sort of, I don't know, whatever resilience it is to weather the bad stuff.
Yeah, and it certainly feels like there's a big black cloud hovering over Valor right now.
Yeah. Oh no.
And I mean, especially Herman as well. Like, from day one, people have been talking about, oh, it's actually not him, that he's the manager. Chris Brazel, the former Grota guy, he's actually the guy making the decisions. And, like there's just so much talk around everything there. Like, there's never been, there's been very little like positive things, or like, oh, look, yeah, exactly, like I said, like, look at this, wow, this is nice. They're bringing in young players, that's good. Darwood, I mean, that they brought in from Hauko, 20-year-old striker, so that's, I mean, he scored a goal, he looked lively, so I mean, that's a positive, I guess, when you have so many other players that just like they bring in. And yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it is a function. This game was a little microcosm, if you will, of the fact that if you look at how many homegrown players there are in the starting lineups of teams, Thor are in first place with 8, and Valur are in last place in the whole league with 0. So this is, I don't know, maybe this is the sort of thing that will come back to bite you when you're a team like Valur, when, it's, I hate to say it, but it's sort of an artificial project, a Man City-esque thing where you just spend money to buy players that you need for positions, and it just creates this, I don't know, it creates this atmosphere of just like, we deserve to win now because of what we've put together here, because of our resources. You don't really end up with a sort of natural togetherness or unity or whatever of the squad. And then when things start to fall apart a little bit, they absolutely crumble because nobody cares and nobody believes in it. Whereas on the other side, you have Thode, who's a bunch of, homegrown players who care, who've come up into a league, and thus they care. So you just have these two wildly sort of, this huge delta between the two teams when it comes to just caring.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe the true football is the friends we made along the way.
I think it has to be at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, we can talk just in general about like it is exciting that we're getting a lot of young players, whether homegrown or not, sort of setting the league alight in the first round. Alex set that up, scoring for Kauer. We will be losing him in the summer when he joins Nordsjælland, when he's of age. And then Marcus Bautli coming back home, scoring twice for IA, looking pretty lively, and then Einar Freyr assisting for the equalizer. I think the free kick. He's another player who's been getting a lot of talk. Has been invited out to trials with Salzburg and Brann and stuff. And I think, he decided not to go abroad. He might choose to stay this season and then go after. But he's also one of those guys who's going to leave pretty soon. So we're getting some young players. It's pretty exciting.
Exciting while they stay.
I mean, it's also like these. I don't know. I would love to but we should try to maybe get someone who's come and gone, or gone and come. Jesus. Talk about these decisions, because there's been some odd decisions as well by some, not wrong, not this is their life as well. This is their career that they're making decisions. But these, when we had losing all these players to Croatia, then you have people like Marcus Paut going to like the Serie C. It's so far not those at least those two destinations haven't worked out super well. I don't know if Scandinavia is not showing as much interest, or if it's this is more excited, like, oh, if I'm going to go abroad, I might as well go to Croatia rather than Herningen or northern Sweden or something.
Go and get some sun.
I can see the appeal of Serie C because like you're so close to Serie A, like you know what I mean. You get to play football in Italy. Like I think as a kid, it's hard to turn down. Like it's difficult with yourself to think like, oh yeah, I will end up like the other guys who've gone to Serie C. Well, probably won't amount to much, but like you get sort of blinded by the fact that if you do well there, then perhaps you can move up a little bit, and then perhaps. So you can sort of see the appeal there maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it's also a league where you've got a fairly high profile player in the whole top division who's an Icelander, so it's probably you're hoping that maybe the top clubs are more willing to take a gamble on an Icelandic player.
Yeah.
But we're getting another one back from Croatia. Very likely, it hasn't been confirmed. I don't think as the time of recording. But Oliver Heiðarsson to Kaua, looking pretty damn likely. There was a story of their season. It was first rumored that Keflavik had an offer accepted for Oliver Heiðarsson, and then no, just like every other player they've tried to bring in.
Nobody wants to go there.
But yeah, that's going to be great for Kaua. That's exactly the sort of player. And I mean, there's people who have brought it up. I'm not the first one to bring it up, but like why Valur isn't looking at someone like that, especially with their injuries. But yeah, I mean, he's a great player.
Is it a case that Kaua are able to put together a nice package for players who want to return home? Because this would be the third that we're seeing in the last 8-9 months that has come back to Kaua.
Yeah, maybe there's direct flights from Zagreb to Akureyri. It's just easier.
I get, just before we move on to the 3 stars, maybe we can just quickly go over the cup draw, at least the sort of interesting parts of the cup draw. I can't say that. That's That's elitist of me. I'll go over the whole cup draw. So Vestri, a team that no one in this podcast truly has ever supported. I don't think they were drawn against Grota, a team that plays dangerously close to a beautiful club.
It's Runa Grota, so it's not going to be easy.
No, but the cup title defense is on at the moment.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. Wish you best of luck. Stjarnan KR, which is one of my sort of biggest memories of going to a game, is a cup game, Stjarnan KR. So let's see how that goes. IA Grindavík, Afturölning Njarðvík, Þróttur Breiðablik, KA Ægir, Fylkir FH, and then finally HK Víkingur. I guess the main question is what, seeing as this is a best pod ever, what teams from Bestadeildin do we think are maybe not going to make it? I mean, Stjarnan KR, there's a team that's going to get knocked out. I'm sorry, Stjarnan. That's unfortunate there. It's dangerous. If you had to put your money on that, it might be Stjarnan.
I think it depends on which team turns up and decides to defend that day.
Yeah, that's true.
Emil Atla against Coward defending has traditionally never been great.
Yeah, it's quite scary. If he puts in the sort of performance that he put in this round, then I don't see the Coward defense being able to handle it, quite frankly.
But not only that, you focus on handling him, and then you've got Bitterness now running at you.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a decent chance that we only lose one Bestadeildin team. I mean, Kawa, Víkingur, IA should all make it. Breiðablik, again, I mean, Þróttur are not an easy team to face. Neither are Fylkir, but yeah, I don't know.
The Fylkir FH game is interesting because of the narrative of FH returning, going to their former manager's new stomping ground.
That's true. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest banana skin, I guess. And you could see Þróttur. I mean, they have quite a deadly attack. You could see them teasing Breiðablik a little bit. That could be the big shock of the round, but.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Þróttur have been tipped to be there and thereabouts in the Lengjudeildin this year, so maybe they'll put up an early fight.
I guess we'll see. When are these games again?
They are over the 14th, 15th of May, I believe.
Yeah, so in about a month's time. So you got plenty of warm-up time, dear listener. We'll go over the draw for the next round of Bestadeildin towards the end there, but I think for now we can rattle off some stars. Tigran, you want to go first, or?
Yeah. So I think Stefan Ljubičić scored 2 goals against his former team, refused to celebrate, so that's already getting him a star.
Yeah, absolutely.
Class act.
I mean, he lost a star for scoring against Coward.
Yeah.
Lost 2 stars, but it was such a class act that he sort of gained 3.
Yeah, he's getting the star for not celebrating, not for scoring the 2 goals.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, there's been some talk about him as well. He hasn't always had the most scoringest season in the Bestadeildin previously. But I mean, it's a player that basically dragged Keflavik back into the Bestadeildin, especially in the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see if we have a Victor Jonsson on our head, someone who can finally make the step up and really turn a light. That's not the catch fire. I don't know.
Very good.
I don't know.
I guess I have to give Emil Atla his star after how I've sang his praises this episode. But honestly, it was just a really good, striking performance, sort of to the level that maybe you don't always see in this league. But yeah, 2 goals to kickstart the season, and then a hand in the build-up of the 3rd goal. So, I mean, after last season being quite sort of disappointing for him and injury-filled and things, I think it's nice to see. And I mean, it would be good just for the league to have a striker playing at this level, and it certainly would be good for Stjarnan and everything. So, a well-deserved star there.
Which leaves me to give the third star to Marcus Pauk of IA, another player who scored 2 goals this week, and I mean earns the stars purely by celebrating against his former club. Never mind scoring twice, but no, returning to the country, scores 2 goals, like I said, against his former club on first league start for IA. So 3 stars, well deserved.
I wonder what it would take to not, like, let's say you play a game in this league and you score against your former club. What do you do to not earn a star? Because if you don't celebrate, you get a star for that because that's sporting. But if you do celebrate, you do get a star for that because that's pretty gangster. So, like, what can you possibly do to not get a star?
That is a great question. Is there some form of non-celebration that is the most non-celebration that you just don't earn anything?
That we don't respect.
What if you start celebrating and then catch yourself and then do like
an apology?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. If you like actually celebrate and then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Like the moment of realization, just too late. Yeah, I think that would do it.
Yeah, then you don't get a star. I'm sorry. We had a listener question.
Forgot to look at the poll.
We need to check the poll for that. But we did have a comment from Gentleman Satan, which is a name, and he says that us putting Valor 8th is madness, but he is a Valor fan and not at all biased, he said. To that I say, check the scoreboard, brother. Gentleman Satan, you will be seeing them in hell soon enough, if this is the form. We asked our listeners how off is our predicted table, and we had people either vote for a spot on or not sure about that. And 71% of people were not sure about that, but 29% of people said we were spot on. That's pretty good for a table that was made using the methodology that we used.
To those 29% of people, you can be our friends.
Exactly. I mean, if you just are looking at this table raw and thought that we sort of stewed for ages and decided to put together the optimal table, then check out our previous episode, the preview, to see what we did. It was fun and interesting. We had a couple of other sort of listener comments, though. We had Jan M 1086. Do I read out these names or is that doxing?
It's on our Instagram.
It's on our Instagram. So someone.
What's our Instagram, Jamie?
Now you're testing me. Best or English?
Yeah, there you go. Best English.
Well, some individual said the only reply was no. And we asked what changes would you make? And despite 5 no's, the only difference suggested was Kauer way higher and Fram lower. I'm going to go ahead and say that 5 no's was far too harsh, and my little heart can't take it.
Well, you say that, but maybe they're onto something. I mean, Kauer are currently top of the table.
Amen to that. But we did. I mean, this is literally the decision we made in the moment. If you haven't seen last episode, or listened to rather, was the debate was between Kauer and Fram and who to put in 5th and who to put in 9th. I don't know. 1 decision, 5 no's. That's a no from me. But yeah, so the socials are that Besta English at Besta English. There's polls and stuff. There's also Spotify polls, right, and things. So I have a little look-see at that. Tell us what you agree with. Tell us what you disagree with, and then we'll put you on blast on the episode for disagreeing in the wrong sort of way. But don't worry about that.
And we also have a fantasy league. You're 1 round behind, but you can still join the fantasy league that we made. So I made the official Bestadeildin team, which was a mistake because I'm terrible at this. And I think we're bottom after the first round. So
excellent.
Go and join. You can only do better than us. The details are on our socials, but there's a code to join the league. But the details are either on our Blue Sky or Instagram.
Yeah, but it is fantasy.bestadeildin.is, and the code is 297QEUL4. But as you said, it's on the socials as well. So join us, and you'll probably beat us, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going well for any of us. I am also 8th in that league, so
Excellent.
I mean, I had Jakob Byström in the team, so that was unfortunate. He didn't start, and then he got sent off.
Ass. But here are the games on Friday. They're all on Friday, the 17th of April. Damn. Starting off retro. Valur IBVF screams my childhood to me. I don't know. So that's how we're going in the beginning. See if Valur can bounce back from this.
Do you want to predict this week?
Live and uncut?
Live and uncut.
Ah, shit. Okay, fine. Here we go. Are you writing this down, Jamie? Is that what you're doing?
I am. I'm going to make sure you're on the Instagram and put on blast.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Valur IBVF. So I expect Valur to fly out. No, it's in Reykjavik. Okay. How do we feel? I expect them to be a little bit complacent. I do think they're going to win, though, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Do I hate to say it? Do I love to say it? I hate to say it that Valur are going to beat them 2-1. How Thod I'm actually terrified of, given what just happened. But I don't think Thod can maintain that sort of momentum. I think, quite frankly, they're going too fast for their own good. I think they need to slow down, and I think Coward will slow them down. But I don't think it's going to be pretty. But I think it's going to be 3-2 to Coward.
Or Atlas Sigurjónsson comes back home to Coward and scores a hat trick.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Kawa Vikingur. I think Vikingur are gonna. I think that's a 3-1 to Vikingur. Fram Keflavík. I'm gonna give it to Fram. I'm gonna give it 2-0 Fram. Did I say I'm gonna give it to Keflavík? I would never. I say I'm gonna give it to Fram. 2-0 Fram. Breiðablik IA is a tricksy little one. It's a sneaky little game, if I'm being honest. It's Breiðablik are too difficult to read at the moment, and IA will do the opposite of whatever it is that I say. That's sort of a known problem. If I say a draw, what's the opposite of a draw? It'll be some weird, I don't know. I'm afraid of what that might do to the universe.
If you say a draw, it'll end up 5-4 or something.
Yeah, it'll be something stupid. I think Breiðablik, I kind of low-key have faith in IA. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to go off the wall and say 2-2. Stjarnan FH, I'm going to say Stjarnan are going to, it's going to be 3-0 Stjarnan. I'm going hard.
Okay.
That's me off the dome.
So a recap then. We've got Kawa 3, 4-2. Bala 2, IBVF 1. Kawa 1, Vikingur 3. Breiðablik 2, IA 2. Fram 2, Keflavík 0. Stjarnan 3, FH 0.
That
saves us time to record the results next weekend. So we can just use that recording of you.
Exactly. Perfect. I don't know. It's kind of a high scoring round, maybe, but I'm gonna stand by this. This will be good. That's how it's gonna go. Yeah, let me know what you think of my predictions. Do it before Friday because, you can't put me on blast after Friday after I was already wrong or whatever. I'll be right though. Tune in to the games on Friday and then tune into the episode next week. I think that's all from us. What catchphrase did I make up last week?
We didn't. We said we were going to workshop.
Okay.
And that workshop definitely happened.
Yeah, it did happen. And here's what came out of it. Are you ready? Oh God.
There we go. Oh God.
Something about the old ball and chain. I don't know. I'm trying to workshop something to do with balls, but I guess, something. Some balls. I don't know.
You balls that up.
Yeah. I guess my balls haven't dropped yet. I don't know, something. the workshop continues, boys and girls. See you next week.